Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to Siyasat.com English News. I'm Ayman Umar. The Cyberabad and Hyderabad Traffic Police today asked the general public to avoid going towards the Shamshabad Main Road and the PVNR Expressway as the Upper Cheruvu Lake is overflowing on the Shamshabad Main Road due to heavy rains. The Rajendra Nagar Traffic Police on Tuesday morning informed that due to the water body overflowing, traffic will not be allowed towards Aramgarh on the PVR-NR Expressway from Chandrayana towards Aramgarh. Alternate routes have also been specified by the police. Traffic towards the Rajiv Gandhi International Airport will be diverted at pillar number 215 towards Service Road, Outer Ring Road. Traffic will also be diverted at Lakshmiguda Junction towards Jalpalli, Pahadi Sharif, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport Road. Meanwhile, the Telangana government on 27th of September has declared holiday on Tuesday for all the government offices, private institutions, schools, and all other educational institutions in view of the heavy rains slashing the state under the impact of cyclone Gulab. Telangana on Monday logged 216 new COVID-19 cases, pushing the tally to 6,65,284, while the death toll rose to 3,914 with 2 more fatalities. The Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation accounted for the most number of cases with 61, followed by Karimnagar with 20 cases and Pedapalli with 12 cases in the districts. Recoveries have outnumbered the fresh cases with 241 people recovering from the infectious disease. The cumulative number of recoveries till date was 6,56,785. Active cases in the state stood at 4,585. The Election Commission of India on Tuesday released the schedule for conducting by-elections to fill the 3 Lok Sabha constituencies and 30 assembly seats across various states including Telangana, where the ECI has fixed 30th of October as the by-poll for the Huzurabad seat. A gazette notification shall be issued on 1st of October. The Election Commission of India has reviewed the situation due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, floods, and festival season and released notifications accordingly. All polling personnel and election officials, including the private persons engaged in the election duty, shall be double vaccinated before taking their services. The Huzurabad Assembly by-poll was necessitated after former Health Minister with the ruling Telangana Rashtriya Samiti, Itala Rajender, was sacked in May from the State Cabinet by Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao due to land grabbing allegations. Rajender, a former aide of KCR, was earlier riding a sympathy wave and resigned from his seat on 12th of June. However, he will be contesting on a BJP ticket this time. Noted Hyderabad-based economist Amirullah Khan have said that Muslims in Telangana are getting more and more marginalized, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. The community in fact comprises a huge chunk of the poorest 20% population in Telangana. Khan, who was addressing a meeting titled Muslims in Telangana, said that the number of Muslims falling into poverty is steadily increasing. Quoting studies from the Sudhir Commission report by the Center for Developmental Policy and Practice, Khan said data suggests that Muslims have been getting poorer and weaker economically. Telangana is believed to have around 12.5% Muslims out of its total 4 crore population. The government of Telangana had released a report on the Commission of Inquiry on Socio-Economic and Educational Conditions of Muslims in 2016. The commission set up to issue the report was led by former IS officer G. Sudhir, who is also the chairman of the research team at CDPP. The commission revealed that the community fares poorly on most human developmental indicators. Maulana Arshad Madani, the president of the Jamaat-e-Ulema Hind, termed the police crackdown on helpless and unarmed people as extremely barbaric and said that it was a cruelty which could not be described in words. He said that many videos of the cruelty and barbarism that took place there can be seen on social media. This operation is extremely dangerous for a democratic country like India. Leaders have reacted sharply to police brutality during a demolition operation in a minority settlement inhabited for decades in the Sipajhar area of Assam's Darang district in the name of removing illegal occupants. At least 2 people were killed and several others were injured by the police bullets. The video that has come to light in this regard has exposed the brutality face of the Assam police. In the video, the police are seen to make the poor people run by beating them with sticks, lathis, and firing bullets. It is clearly visible in the video the people are seen just protesting and raising voice against the police. A concerned group of Muslim residents of Jamia Nagar approached the High Court to halt further damage of a small temple in the locality. A part of the Dharamshala next to the only temple in the locality was reportedly demolished and leveled overnight to be encroached upon by miscreants and builders. According to a Times of India report on 27th of September, Muslims, after the court's order on 24th of September, temple gates were locked and a quick response team was formed and at least 3 policemen were stationed outside the 50-year-old temple on the 26th of September. In their plea to the High Court, the residents of Noornagar area cited the layout of the area clearly marking the area of the mandir. Fawzal Azim, the committee head, alleged that a part of the mandir and a building was demolished to create flats, which was illegal. They also alleged that the builder not only wanted to encroach the land but also earn money by creating communal tension in the locality. They urged the court to direct the municipal corporation and police to protect it. An artist from Pakistan is set to display the world's largest Holy Quran at the UAE's biggest event, the Expo 2020 Dubai. It is being claimed that this is the first of its kind project in which the gold and aluminium plated words have been used. The award-winning artist Shahid Rassam is a former United Arab Emirates expatriate who has once won the Al Ain University Artist of the Year award in 2000. The artist previously inscribed the 99 names of Allah with similar aluminium and gold-plated script. Rassam had started this project 5 years ago and will present part of his project at the 6-month Dubai Expo 2020. Shahid Rassam, while addressing a press conference at the Pakistan Association Dubai, said that he will present Surah Rahman as the world's largest Quran at Expo 2020 Dubai. That's it for today. Thank you, viewers.